Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But the coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Well, they'll go play action here with Stroud. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 39-yard line. Play fake. Here's Willis. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Second down, here's Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On third down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Got it. Ready?
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd down and 8. Second down throw coming by Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Let's go now.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. The Titans at 11-2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's a give to Spears. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. In motion, right goes Hopkins. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to stretch out their lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 33 yards that time.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hand off to Spears. Oh, good move at the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Spears not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Whistles come in and a timeout. We'll see if they try to run one more quick hitter, or will they go ahead and kick the field goal here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw, here's Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Badgley able to punch this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Play action. Here's Willis. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Willis now off play action. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Right back to the air with Willis. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown. T. Higgins. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Willis will try and throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Stroud now on 2nd down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play action. Stroud now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Pierce now up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Stroud off the play fake. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Sean Murphy Bunning got him down. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Panther 11! Panther 11! Dragon 16!
The 2nd down throw by Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
They go play action with Willis. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A third down gain of 19.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's picking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Will Anderson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Let's go now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
4-17.
Willis looks to pass it here. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a run by Spears. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Hopkins, the man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 9 yards that time.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
That's a Titans touchdown. T. Higgins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their part. It's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Yeah, Pierce gets it again on second down. Shoves him aside, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior.